Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk about delayed related workflow task. Okay, the delayed related workflow task will eliminate all the related records in a module depending on the record launched in the workflow. Okay, let me explain that again. Imagine this account, this organization. So I can actually add a workflow that will come over here and delete all the sales orders or some of the sales order or some of the documents or some of the payments records. Okay, so you can configure a workflow and say, okay, but whenever this condition happens, I want to go into the payment records and delete all the records that are pending or whatever. Okay, and any kind of condition that's here. Okay, so we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to show you some of the options and features here. Let's set the stage a little bit. I have a test record here with which is an account. I have a new tab here, which is the list of related records to that account. Okay, it's the same account, but I'm on the related list. There are three types of relations that modules can have between them. One is the direct relation, which is this one. Okay, the calendar events have a direct relation with accounts. There is actually a capture field on the calendar record that where you can select the account that's related. Okay, that's a one-to-many relation. Okay, that's one of these. The documents relation is the other type. It's many to many relations where one document can be related to a lot of records in the system, and an account can have a whole bunch of records, so the information is saved differently. In fact, documents is actually a special case and have internally their own way of working. So this is a special case. And service has, for example, which is down here, is actually the real related many-to-many. Okay, this is the standard one where you can relate any record with any other record in the system. Okay, these are the three cases that we're going to be talking about. Okay, so let's come over here to the workflows, and I'm going to create a new workflow for accounts, and we're going to call this delayed related. Okay, I'm going to launch it every time the record is saved. We could put here as many combinations and conditions as needed. Obviously, I'm going to make it really simple. We're not testing the conditions here. Okay, so okay, we have the conditions, everything set up, and we launch a new task, which is the delayed related records task. Okay, this will ask us for another set of conditions, which could be evaluated here also, and it will ask us for one of those related modules. Okay, so you see here, this assets, campaigns, content, this list is actually the same list I have here. Okay, contacts, opportunities, not in the same order, but it's the same one. Assets and everything, they're all here. Okay, so it's asking me which module, which related records I want to delete. Okay, we're going to start with the to-dos, which is the first one here, the activities up here, and I'll explain what this is for later. Okay, so this will actually eliminate all the records, no questions asked, from the activities relation. Okay, that's saved. That means that I can now come over here to the record and edit any field with any value at all, and or just edit the whole record if I want. I'm just going to edit this one, and we'll see. Okay, that launches the workflow. And now if I come over here to the related list and reload this, we should see that there are no activities. It eliminated all of them. Okay, so that is actually working, and that's exactly what we asked it to do. Let's jump over here to the recycle bin. Let's go down to those to-dos and get them back so we can keep on testing. As you can see, it actually did delete them and move them into the recycle bin. Okay, so that was correct. Now we have here them. I have recovered them and we have them back. Okay, now that's nice, but what if the real situation will be normally where you don't want to delete them all? You want to delete a subset of those records. Okay, for that we have the maps, the business maps. Okay, we have two business maps, which are condition queries and condition expressions, which permit us to select Condition query will permit us to select a set of records. So we could define a set of records using SQL internally. I don't think many people are going to use this one, but still, it's a condition, and it will return the set of records you want to delete exactly. Okay, and the other one, which is a little bit more useful probably, is the condition expression. We're going to do that one first. Okay, as you can see here, the pop-up already filters on those, and I'm going to select the activity subject starts with an S. Okay, so let's save that. And now I'm telling it, let's go back in there after the save. I'm telling it to delete the activities, but only those that start with an S. Okay, let's see how that looks. That would eliminate this one here and leave the one with the W untouched, undeleted. Okay, let's do another test. Save, and okay, reload. And the S has been deleted. Let's reload this also, and it should be here in the bin. Okay, perfect. Okay, it deleted that. Okay, so now I have not only the possibility of deleting related records, but I can fine tune which ones I want. Let's have a look at that condition. See how that looks like. Here on the business map, I have the activity subject starts with an S. It's a condition expression. And that looks like this. Let's make this a little better. Do I have this here? Yeah, okay, good. Kind of small, but still good. Okay, here I have a map, and it says it's an expression. The expression is if uppercase of the substring of the subject, the first character. Okay, this first I have the substring of the subject. I'm looking at the subject of the activity. Starting at the first character and getting one character. So I'm getting the first character, the first letter of the subject, and then I'm putting that in uppercase. If that is a capital S, that means that that subject starts with an S. Okay, I needed the uppercase substring, the substring to get the first letter, and the uppercase to make sure I get both the capital S and the lowercase s. And then these expressions, to work in the workflow, they have to return 1 or a 0, true or false. Okay, so the expression actually is, like, as you can see there, rather simple. And actually we're plugging into the whole workflow expression system. So you can make expressions here as complex as you need. And you can also use the workflow editor to help you get the right syntax and the right functions and everything to use. Okay. So basically what this did was said, okay, I have here 2 activities. They want me to delete them, but they're giving me a condition expression. So what I'm going to do is launch this condition, this expression, on each record that I found in the list. And if it turns back a 1, a true, then I'll delete it. And if not, I won't. Okay, so that was how that worked. Really, really rather easy. And once you get, once you know how to work the workflow expressions work, this is easy to make also. The other one, I'm going to select the other one, which is the condition query. It has the same functionality. Activity subject starts with an S, exactly the same, but now it's a condition query. We'll just do it to make sure it works, and we'll go over the query a little bit. But this one is a little bit more advanced. I have to recover the record. Let's restore that and reload here and make sure that we have the record. Okay, we have them both again. And I'm going to edit this and save. Okay, reload, and the S will not be here anymore. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look at that one. That one says activity subject starts with an S, and it's a query. Okay, this is an internal database query, as you can see here. Let's make it even bigger. Okay, it says select the activity ID from the relation where the CRM ID is the record that's launching the workflow. Okay, because I'm looking for the calendar events that are related to this this organization, the record launching the workflow. And then I had here the subject like S, which is the ones that are starting with an S, capital or not. Okay, so this is an option. I understand that you really have to know how the database works and the internals of coreBOS. So I don't think well, I mean, you can make them, and just to show that they can work, and it's a very powerful system too, because here you can even go jumping from one table to another, looking for really rare conditions that maybe would be very complex to do in the expression editor, or maybe even impossible. I think here it's a little bit more powerful, but I understand that it's going to be very hard to get these kind of things unless you know really what you're doing. Still, the idea is that both condition expressions and condition queries are supported by the workflow delayed option, and actually it's that easy to kind of fine tune which ones you want to delay. Okay, let's try the services. uh, I'm going to clean this up, and let's delete the services, and then we'll do the kind of documents too, just to make sure that it's working, and see how that goes. Okay, services here I have two. One that starts with an M and one that starts with a P. If I edit this here and save, and I reload this, the services will be gone. Now, notice that this is a many-to-many relation, okay? So that those services could be related with many other records in the system. So it actually didn't delete them in the system, not the record themselves. It deleted the relation. So if I open here the select again, they will be here. I have the potlucks and the morning walks exactly the same. So I can select them again, and I relate them again with the record. So it's actually deleting the relation, not the records themselves, okay? Because they could be related with others, and actually it's a many-to-many relation. So that's correct. And just like we did before, we can come over here and say that I want to delete just the services that start with a P. So it will actually delete this potlucks and leave the morning walks here. Let's make sure that's working. Save and reload. And that worked perfectly well also. If we jump over here to the business map and have a look at that that condition, you'll see that it's exactly the same condition I just did with the other one. It's the same thing. The condition, the service name that starts with a P. Okay, it's exactly the same. I didn't complicate myself with these, but I mean you can get it as complex as you need. Okay, and the documents are work the same. I'm going to just do the test just to see how it is, but I mean it's actually exactly the same. The conditions are exactly the same. The only difference is that internally documents are related differently. So so the code is different. So kind of just test it to make sure it's working. I save and reload, and now I've did it with no conditions, so it deleted all of them. Again, this is a many-to-many relation, so actually it deletes the relation, not the records themselves. And if we add a condition here, it will fine-tune and delete only those that we need. As I said before, the condition here can be as complicated as you need it to be, with any conditions, dates, checkboxes, only those that come, that are fulfill some condition or whatever. Here we're doing here those that the file name starts with a C. Let me select that again and have a look at the condition. Okay, the one it deleted was this SD because the file name starts with a C. That's what this condition said here. Let's have a look at the business map. And it's very similar. It's exactly the same as the one we just saw here. The file name starts with a C. So I did here an uppercase of the substring of the file name. And again, just 1 and 0, depending on if it's a C or not. Okay. Like I said, here you could use checkboxes. If the ones that are generated by the system or whatever, anything like that can be done in the expression. Well, I hope that makes your coreBOS a little more powerful. I want to thank Timothy for the community member who developed this, who did the hard lifting. of the whole development. Very nice. And Sergio from Nubelia, also thank you very much for sponsoring the new feature. Thanks for watching.